start? You should say like you present yourself. You say you met 5 years ago, like 9 years ago. You need to cut.
But who am I telling? Him or the camera?
You're the moderator.
Yeah,
But where am I
Because-
talking to?
the camera.
Really?
Which one?
No,
This one.
The big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So I start.
But
I don't know. We can start. We can also cut this
Okay.
and then we discuss about who starts.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So. Okay. No.
bloopers.
So. I start. Okay.
And you
should we come in both and say like, hello, Sjors, long time no
Oh,
see.
hello.
Oh, hello, guten Tag.
Hello. Guten Abend. No. So I don't. I say to the camera. Okay. Okay. Can I see?
You want to get a good face.
No. But to see if I need to check in the back camera
Now
or
the
the
light doesn't really make any sense with the little fire, mostly smoke.
or the.
The
Which-
iPhone is often it's no battery.
Okay.
Ran out of battery.
Okay.
What? One time it said it's too.
Really?
What?
It was so cold. It got too hot.
Okay. So Nick, me and Nick met 9 years ago in San Francisco,
San Francisco.
and now 9 years later we're catching up. You are, well, you tell him you're a filmmaker. You've been
Yeah.
a filmmaker for many years.
Yeah, I mean, I started back then where we met in San Francisco. I made some very shitty videos.
Well,
I tried to daily vlog.
Yeah, you,
Out
you
of
did,
6 months, it was 4 videos I
you
made
did 2 whole
daily.
days, I think. That's good.
2 whole days, which where the second day was spread over like 4 months or so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I mean, the last 4 years I had the opportunity to like go on some crazy adventures, shoot some documentaries, and it was, I mean, the stuff which happened was absolutely crazy and will never make it into a movie. So
So you have loads of stories.
I have loads of stories.
Because you've been to Cameroon, South Sudan, Greenland,
Brazil,
Angola, Brazil,
Bangladesh, Angola,
everywhere.
Canada, to the Alaska, to the North Sea, how it's called, like the northern, the like polar sea.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, it was crazy. A lot happened, which will not make it into a movie. Nobody would show that kind of movie, and so I thought I would just tell it to you.
Let me hear it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also a reason why you're here. So you also have started
Well,
video production the last few years.
well, what is it? October now, 2025. I bought my first camera about a year ago now. So I am where you were in San Francisco. So
Yes,
kind of.
can
So-
meet again.
So, I'm just starting out, but it's great to see where I'll be in 10 years. And
Yeah.
it's, I mean, the stuff the documentary, the big one,
Yeah,
Last Places,
yeah.
crazy.
The one which is finished. I mean, the bigger one is the Journey to the Climate
Oh, yeah.
documentary, but that's still in a rough stage of a rough cut.
No, but I mean,
So-
crazy work, really amazing.
Thank you. But,
Because, yeah, and it's cool to see how you've just through the years kept on creating stuff. So, and your progression is crazy.
yeah, I mean these years, like in the last 3 years, like my progression shot up because I mean I had to learn. I was forced to like learn by fire.
Mm.
I mean, the first trip I took like a Z-Cam E2, like a studio camera, and I took like a whole day setting the camera up in the desert. And like my gimbal, I had to use a gimbal for every shot because I had no image stabilization at all.
Mm.
Everything was fucked like by the sand, and like the camera was broken afterwards. And I bought it for this trip.
Mm.
And I mean, I did many mistakes on the first trip, and I mean, they got less and less, but also I learned more and more. So like this, a learning hopefully out of everything. So we started the first day
And
in South Sudan, the very first day of the trip. So
yeah?
it was like
Who are you with?
I was traveling with Marcus. I was following this nature photographer, like a local, like well-known, renowned nature photographer from here.
Mm-hmm.
And
From Germany.
yeah, here, South Germany. And I, through like contacts of mine, I got to know that he wanted to open a movie production company, but I knew, okay, he was always a photographer, so he doesn't really know too much so about making an actual movie and like shooting video.
Mm-hmm.
So I just offered him my help, my expertise.
Mm-hmm.
So we met one time, like in November, and like he was like happy to take me. And 2 months later, I was alone. He sent me alone to South Sudan. He's like, "Hey, you can go to South Sudan. I will arrive 2 weeks later, 2 weeks after you. I have to do some other things, but you can. The nice people there, they will pick you up, and you can already start shooting, get your feet wet."
So he booked the ticket for you, or
Yeah, he booked the tickets, and like, I mean, it was a terrible flight. I flew like 12 hours. I started in Stuttgart at like 6 a.m. I had to sleep in Stuttgart at the end at the closed airport gate because I thought
nice, cozy.
the last train here in Germany goes like at 10 to Stuttgart. I arrived at 11 in Stuttgart at the airport, and I thought I could sleep like on a bench there and wait behind the security check. No, Stuttgart airport closes at night. The door is locked and there's nothing. There's not even a bench. So
where did you sleep?
On my Pelican case.
On your what?
Like, you know, like a Peli case, like the big plastic, like durable cases, which you have for like waterproof and everything.
Oh, you slept on that.
Yeah, because my camera was on there, so I put everything like under me and I lied on top of
Outside?
it. Yeah, outside in front of the door.
Stuttgart.
Yeah.
Nice. Good start, okay.
Good start of the trip. So then I flew to Addis Ababa. There I had another 8 to 9
Ethiopia?
hours. Yeah,
Right.
in Ethiopia. And from there I flew to Juba, the capital city of South Sudan. And I mean, the whole trip getting there was already crazy. So because like in total I had 3 drones with me. And you have to know, in South Sudan, drones are completely illegal because of espionage. They had like a civil war. I mean, they had a war with the north of Sudan. Then they had civil war within each other, with like tribe against tribe. I mean, it's still going on, the fightings or like the conflicts. And so drones are just illegal because a drone would be like a superpower for every tribe.
Yeah.
Like they could know like where the other ones are moving to, and like
Yeah.
I mean, so drones were completely illegal, but Marcus said like, we have to get a drone. We need drone shots from there. And last time I couldn't get drones, but we need to get drones. So I had a Mavic 3 Pro Cine, which was Marcus's, which he gave me.
Is that the big one?
You know, like the 5,000 euro one, like the
Okay, light work.
yeah, the foldable Mavic, but still like 5,000. It's like, it was back then for me crazy expensive. Like I mean, yeah, still it's crazy expensive. But then I had as a like spare, if that one would be confiscated, because he said like, yeah, don't worry, they will just take the drone and then they keep it until you leave the country. They will not prosecute you. They don't put you in prison. Trust me. Like, okay.
All right. Other German guy.
Yes. So like I had the Mavic 3 Pro, then I had the Mavic 3 Mini Pro, which I had like in my pants, like inside of like these pants, and I had it like here, and
Okay.
here was the controller, and the batteries were like somewhere in my suitcase. This was my backup, and if they would pat me down, I mean, eventually, like, I didn't think that I had to go to the beep thing, to like the thing, which was already awkward in Stuttgart, to get out the drone out of my pants. And no, in Addis I had put the drone into the pants, but there was another security check to go on the plane. And then I arrived there, of course I had to take out the drone, but they didn't know what it was, luckily. But in case this one would have been taken, I would have had a third drone, which is like a FPV drone, like a self-built drone, which was completely in pieces. So like I completely disassembled it and had like in separate pockets, like little like Ziploc bags. And I would say like that's like electrical service equipment or something like that. So it was like completely in single individual pieces. And that was the third drone. But this was also like the worst drone to take because like super loud and super aggressive. The tiny was like a tiny with tiny props.
Bombs on it and stuff.
Yeah, like Ukraine. But I launched it once. The whole village was empty afterwards. Like I launched it like in the back country in the village where I thought like nobody, like no official would be there
it's
to.
so noisy or what?
Yeah, it's like, and it's like
They
this.
thought the biggest mosquito ever
Yes.
has arrived. Yeah.
So the town, everyone went inside or like hid or somewhere. So I had to land it. I never flew it again. So I have no FPV footage, sadly, from there.
That's sad.
Because it would be so amazing. Like they have these nice, amazing mountain ranges. They're like desert mountain ranges. Would have been so beautiful to fly.
You couldn't have driven somewhere.
Yeah, it's like South Sudan is very populated, so like it's you don't expect it, but like as soon as you go like close to mountains, because mountains often mean like water and like the savannah, so it's there's always somebody and you don't want to scare them to death and say
you can't. And
I mean,
taken off. It's already very loud.
Yeah.
But then you can't be too high, right? Because then it's
bowing with FPV and like you don't know who you might offend there, like who has a weapon. Then
so that's good. So you respected the locals. That's good. Yeah, or it was just pure self-serving.
I mean, I don't know. It was it's both, somewhat of both.
So you told me something about South Sudan. They threw you in a cage.
Yeah, it was a few days later, like a week later. I mean, it was already on the first day where I came very close to like a AK, like a Kalashnikov.
Right.
I mean, I was like there. I was very naive and very, I could say very naive and very blind of like things I'm doing.
Danger.
Yeah, because I mean, we arrived. I went through security check. I already met the secret police there the first time on at the airport. It's quite hot.
No, it's fine.
And I mean, they took me somewhere else. Then our fixer came in, negotiated a price. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to like.
He said 25 euros.
I don't know. Maybe I don't.
He said, all right, it's a deal.
I mean, I didn't pay anything. I never, like, in the whole time, on the whole trips, I never paid any bribe. Oh, the one time in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
They said, like, either we check your bag now or you give this guy has birthday. He needs a birthday present.
What did he want?
I gave him $50 and they let me through.
50?
Yeah.
So it's fine.
It's what I just had, like, on me.
Yeah.
And other times I thought I had to bribe somebody to get into the country, and they just gave me, like, I put it like in my passport, the money, and they would just give me the money back. So, but I hand it to me so like that everyone could see like I'm giving the money back. But so in South Sudan I arrived, came out of the airport, and we got in this like car. I thought like I have one day to chill, to go to the to go like to the hotel, shower after like the whole sleeping on the airport, then another night on the other airport. No, we like. I still thought we would drive to the hotel, but we just left Juba. We got in this little minivan, like a Toyota Hi-Ace all-wheel drive minivan, and the driver just drove and drove and drove, and like just became less and less buildings. And what was really like for me like crazy was already like for me everything felt like chaos already, like so much going on, but no order. For me as a German, there was no structure or something like that. You see like giant building, like a 10-story building, and like 20% of the air conditioning's hanging on the outside of the building, hanging like crooked, like one of the arms is like broken away. You think like one of these falls, like 20 other of them like crash down, and like you have like a final destination situation or something like that. And I'm like thinking about like hazards, but nobody cares. Like the building is just there like this, and like traffic was just crazy. I could like could see no order, nothing, anything in it. And then like in South Sudan, you have to know like you have these checkpoints all the time on the street, on the highway. So they told me, like our driver who was driving us, they told me that these are like checkpoints, but they are more like toll stations. They used to be like military outposts, like because like they had like the civil war and like military control they had to establish everywhere, and that's how they controlled the area, like the different movements and stuff. Like I mean, if you control the roads, you control the area. But now the civil war ended, and like the military was not doing it very well. So the people would not get any rations anymore, the soldiers who were stationed there. So they would just go over and make like their own toll station and just take money, like they block the road and take money from anyone who passes through. That's or like whatever they have, food. If it's like a food delivery or truck, they take a little bit for them. That's how because I mean they brought their families there, they live there now on the side of the road. So you have all the time, you have like little assortments of houses. Some guy pulling a rope over the street, some other guys chilling like in like some lawn chairs like this, in like some chairs. Each one of them has like an AK next to them, and then they come to your window and you negotiate. And there, like I saw that was the moment I saw like my first like real life gun, you could say, like rifle, big rifle, like an AK. The first time I saw an AK, and it was like not a normal AK, it was like an AK where the stock was missing, like the wooden part, and they just took a piece of plywood,
right,
and like mashed it in, put some bolts in, and that was like the shoulder stock.
Nice.
And it was like the whole front part was missing, and like you could see the spring inside and everything. It reminded me of like this video game I used to play with a friend of mine, like Escape from Tarkov, and we like looked exactly like in that game when you start like as like the fucked up scav, like and like you have to run around. And I wanted to take a photo for my friend at home and to send it to him, and I took out my phone and snapped a photo of him. Did not take like 10 seconds. My door was opened. The guy was pulling on me, and I was like, I put my seatbelt on. Of course, it's like in German, nobody else was wearing a seatbelt, but I was wearing the seatbelt, and he couldn't get me out. And like he wanted to drag me like out of the car.
Why?
Because I took the photo, and I mean,
Of the gun.
Of him with the gun.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, but also if you look at his perspective, there's sitting a white boy in a car looking at him, and then he takes slowly out his iPhone, and it was a gold iPhone 13.
Why gold? How kitsch is that?
I don't know. I just
You
ordered
were
like
really
this.
naive then.
It was not, and I had it in a clear case. And the clear case had the design of $100 bill on the back.
Jesus.
So I hold this golden
You-
phone in the clear case, and it looks like there's $100 bill in the back of the case hidden. I mean, it was printed on the case, and I snap a photo of this guy.
I would have done the same.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I mean,
Not as you, as
yes,
the guy.
me too. Like,
Yeah.
so
You could have just did this as well. Put your middle finger.
yeah, that's true. I mean, nowadays I'm
Is-
more considerate of the other perspective of the
Right.
like
So you didn't buy it just to flex on the case.
on them. Yes, of
Yeah.
course, I bought it to go. I mean, when I bought it, I didn't know that I would be in this
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. So what is would you say in all your travels, not just South Sudan, but all your travels, what would you say was the time you were in most apparent danger? Where you really thought, okay, shit, this is not just adventurous, this is actually perhaps quite dangerous.
There were multiple which are like on a similar level, I would say.
Right. Give me the
There's
most exciting.
the most exciting.
Well, the most acute sense of, oh shit, this is not funny anymore.
There was a situation we were filming in Cameroon in Yaoundé. Shot even which made it in the movie, but of course we cut the end out. Like Diaka, our protagonist, was sitting next to me on the left, and we was driving in a taxi. And the idea was we shoot like her arrival into the movie, how she arrives. Like you see like the taxi, only like I'm sitting on the behind the driver, and the camera's filming like this, and you see the window and you see the outside. It's like silhouetted, and she opens the door, comes in with her suitcase, a pink suitcase, of course, and sits in there, and then like we drive, and like the city of Yaoundé passes by, and all of a sudden she looks like out, like thinking and like stuff, and we and I was sitting in the back seat. Marcus was like cowering in the front seat with the little remote monitor, like looking at it. And we had like some driver who didn't understand what we were saying. And we tried with like hands and feet to explain what he was supposed to do. And we were driving through the streets. We already more or less got the shot. And we were like very close to our accommodation. The accommodation is important. I will come to that too afterwards.
Right.
And we get into this like on this big intersection, and like I mean the complete road was blocked, and we get into traffic, and we just get stuck, and was like 100 meters away. And Marcus wanted to have like us going through this big blob of traffic and crossing the road. And we were waiting for traffic, and all of a sudden my door gets ripped open of the like somebody, a hand comes in and grabs my camera by the top handle and tries to pull it away from me. And you know, like the Ronin 4D has like this grips on the side with like the sleeve around my hands. And he's pulling, but I mean, it was stuck there. And I like hold it as tight as possible. In the same moment, Diaka starts insulting him like crazy. Marcus like tries to like punch his hand on the top handle. And the only thing Marcus says like, Nick, bite him, beiß ihn. And like I still have the recording how like the camera is like flying around, like you don't, but you hear like the insults flying around, and you hear like Marcus screaming, beiß ihn, like bite him. And I mean, I followed orders. He was the director. And I just full power like bit him in his forearm, the guy. And he like, motherfucker is biting me. And like, I mean, he was speaking English. And like I really felt like how my teeth was like I
In
mean
his
I
flesh.
was full power, and my teeth was like first like this, and then you feel like the resistance releases like this, goes like in, and it peels like through his skin,
Jesus.
and he's like he's screaming. He's still not letting go of the camera.
So you took another bite,
No, I mean I was still hanging on. I was
like
just
a
like
pit bull.
I was just like I clenched my jaw and let nothing go out, and he like took his other hand and punched me like on my
Understandable, yeah.
on my whatever's the temple,
Yeah.
and like I still didn't let go, and then like he let go, and like I like ripped, like I saw like blood and everything like crazy
Jesus.
coming out. And I like closed, like he wanted to kick me, and I closed the door as fast as possible, and he like his shin hit like the frame of the car, so like he was like mad as you could imagine. Like I mean he
Yes.
just got a pit, like he was bleeding as fuck, by a guy bit him, then he kicked against like a half open door, and I like held the door like shut as hard as I could. The door, like the whole door locking mechanism was fucked. Like I mean I was just holding the door with my one arm,
Really?
and yeah, but
It broke during the...
I'm not sure if it was broken before, but I mean like it was not able to like put
apparently
the
it
thing
was,
down.
because he could yank the door open even before, so
Yeah.
probably it was already broken.
Yeah, I mean I didn't put I closed the window, because I knew like people snatch like phones through the window if
Yeah.
you sit like this in the cab, but I didn't think of like locking the door. I think, but the door lock didn't work anyway. So, and then I mean the real like danger just started, because the guy started screaming at like the people on the street, and I mean it was a lot of people. It was like a market on the side.
Mhm.
They're filming people, and like rallying the people up against us.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we had like whole crowd around the cab. The cab driver was like telling us to leave the cab, because like people were like punching on the roof of the cab and shaking the cab, and like Diaka was like insulting everyone out of the window.
Diaka is?
Diaka, our protagonist, like now my girlfriend and the mother of my daughter, my son. My son. That's
Okay.
and yeah, I mean
Good
that's another
information.
story.
Yeah.
But she was like insulting
Is this a spoiler?
everyone. Yeah, it could be a spoiler. Yeah.
Okay, let's cut this out.
And Marcus at that time had left the cab, ran around, and was trying to punch the guy, trying to fight. Like he was like, I mean, Marcus is like this crazy looking German guy. He has like, when he gets angry, when he gets like aggressive, he has like a bald head, a goatee, and this veins pop out of his like scalp. And he's like, he gets like completely mad, and like people, like he really is like in a manic state. And he tried to beat I mean, he ran, I saw him through the window, and he ran to the guy and punched him like 5 times like in the face, the hardest he could. And then like the group held him back.
Which
And
group?
the group of people who were rallying around
Really?
the car, because the guy really like got like the mass, like, you know, what was it called? Like if you get like the group drive, or like the, like the, this is,
Attention.
yeah, no, there's like this thing, like when you, when everyone is doing it, when everyone is beating up a guy, there's no stopping it, or like it's like if a group switches the mood, like Massenzwang or something like that. Like if like
What is it in German?
I don't even remember it in German. It's like yeah, it's, I don't know. Maybe cut it, but so like the whole group was like really rallying against us. I mean, that guy really was like rallying. I mean, you see some guy bleeding and like screaming, and then another guy runs out of the cab and starts punching him in the face. So the group held back Marcus like with his arms, and he was like giving like flying fists around him. Everyone he could reach, he would like punch in the face.
And he was alone.
Yeah, he was alone. I
He's-
was still in the cab. I was still protecting my
yeah.
camera, the footage and stuff.
So he's a
And
bit mental.
he can get really mental. I mean, I have had multiple. I mean, it also saved me another time in Nigeria, a month earlier. So I mean, that's the other dangerous situation. But Marcus, at that moment, he didn't make the situation better.
No.
And like people were trying to open my door to get to me, to like to get to the camera to see the footage what we are filming. And I just kept holding the door. And then like there was this one guy at the door who was like talking to me kind of normally in the whole like trouble which was going on. And I told him like, man, we're just shooting inside of the cab. We're just shooting her, and I played the replay for him. I mean, he was leaning then at that time against the door, so he was really trying to like keep the people away. And he saw the footage, and then he said one sentence to the whole group, and the whole group turned. Flipped completely against the guy, and everyone started kicking that guy.
Really?
Yes, like the whole group bunched up and like kicking, and the guy run away through like the.
So what did you show him?
The alleyways, like just the shot which we recorded before the whole thing started. I
the-
was like in the car. He was like on the window, and like because he was holding the window down, he's like telling me like roll down the window. I opened like a bit. And I like said like, okay, like what like who you? They say we were recording people. I was like, no, we were not recording people. We were shooting inside the car for a documentary. And I showed him the clip, and he saw like 10 seconds of it, or like that's even, and it was okay for him. And he told like something to the group, then the whole group was fine with it. And then even like the parts of the group like went like in front and like opened like the traffic for us, like sent cars away so we could cross the street to the place where we would go, where we would live. I mean, the whole situation calmed down,
that was
switched.
far, I hope, from there.
No, it was directly. It was 50 meters. But we arrived at the location, and the location was our shooting location, which Joanne, our other protagonist, organized. And the first day, the day before, I was there already with him alone, like location scouting. And it was kind of a weird vibe there at the location. It was the only building which had 3 stories in the whole area. Everything else had like only 1 level. And it was like this big fortress with like a fortress looking building with like a big giant metal gate. Big dog behind the metal gate barking at everything which enters. And I had like a weird vibe. And the day after, like I would tell the other director like how it actually was. So we arrived there after the whole tumult. I still have the blood of the guy in my beard and everything.
Nice.
And we arrive and like a guy from up in the window, I think Terrence was his name or something, some very American name.
Terrence.
Yeah, like some. I think. I'm sorry. If he sees it, I'm sorry, but I'm butchering his name. But Tyrone, I think Tyrone. Or something. Yeah, something like that. He had like guy in a basketball shirt. I think it's like LA Bulls or something like that. I don't know what.
Nothing about.
Yeah, like the black and red basketball shirt on, like a very American looking,
Right.
like with the basketball shorts as well, the Jordans on.
Right.
And he's like on this window up, and it's like a lookout. You have like windows in all directions, and it's like a little terrace on top. And he's like, "Hey, what's going on? I saw everything."
Was he American?
No, like he had a very American accent. I think he watched a lot of YouTube or
Right,
something
right.
like that. And he was like one of the only people who could speak English with me. All the other ones were mostly French or like some kind of local dialect. And I met him the day before. And And like, oh wait, I'm coming down. I just have to get another person to sit up here. So it was a lookout. I mean, for me, now thinking back, it was their lookout. And then he comes down with his brothers. I tell the story, what happened. Diaka also very hysterical tells the story. And Marcus wanted to go out and find the guy, like get revenge or something. I mean, the guy is. I told to Marcus, I mean, he has already enough revenge. He has a human bite in his arm. I mean, like,
his shin is fucked.
His shin is fucked, but I mean, a human bite. There's so much fucking bacteria if you get a human bite. Like, it's worse than any dog bite or something like that. Yes, it's very
rabies and stuff.
Yeah, not rabies, but it's very like
it's
worse
so
than a
hard.
dog bite. Yes, it's so likely that you get infected.
But to go to the bites, you bit completely through.
Not completely through, like it stopped.
But you saw some piece of skin.
Yeah, it was bleeding of like.
Okay, so there was like a gaping hole in his arm.
I don't know. It was too fast for me to actually see
enough to have your beard
blood,
full
something
blood,
like it was not really like my shirt was not full, but a little bit. So and then
so
like
how long? And now you think about it, how long did you have his arm in your mouth, fully biting?
Maybe we can check the video. We can count down the seconds in the video.
What video?
There's a recording. I mean, the camera was recording while the whole thing was happening. You heard we hear the screaming, the rumbling, like the shaking of the camera.
You hear him screaming.
I don't know if I think Diaka was mostly overpowering everything else. But
I didn't know you recorded this.
Yeah, the camera was running while it happened. So
Jesus.
Yeah, and then we came to this place where we were shooting, and these guys, we told them the story, and Marcus like, oh, we want to go and look for him, look for the guy. We can look for the blood and stuff, and
follow the blood trail.
And then the one brother says something, and the guy with the T name translates and says like, yeah, don't worry, we will find him.
Okay.
And I mean, it was like, the family was like,
don't worry, bro, dude.
Was like, I think 4 brothers, and like everyone had their wife. They all lived in the building, and they were obviously like way more wealthy than all the surrounding neighborhood people, the people in the neighborhood. And how why we shot there? The reason why we shot there was that they have a big room full of African artifacts. And afterwards, like I found out that they have this room full of African artifacts because they are African artifact forgers. So they make fake African artifacts and then sell them all around the world,
right?
Even to museums and stuff. So they had there's this very famous throne in Berlin in the museum, which like there's a lot of fight if Germany should give it back, and I mean it's they should give it back, but the museum doesn't want to give it back. And this throne was there. I mean, I don't know if it's a replica or if this is a replica, but it was exactly as on the picture in Berlin.
Really?
Yes, exactly the same, with like 2 people, like a thing, and like with like out of hundreds of thousands of beads, like your tiny colorful beads. And I mean, the Joan, our protagonist, knew these people because he said they ripped off his father already. His father likes to buy artifacts, and they ripped off his father already back then. And then all these things, everything felt like a little bit like you're in the mafia there.
Right.
Because you always had the lookout sitting up there. You always had like something ominous happening.
Right.
The vibe in there was so weird, so awkward. I mean,
shady.
Yeah, shady. It was. I mean, I was during the shooting. I went one time to the bathroom. I came back and told, like, the only thing I said to Diaka and Marcus, never ask or enter this bathroom. It was like a fever dream. It was like I felt like I came sick out of it.
Was
I-
this in the Kit Kat?
No, it was way worse than any Kit Kat could be. So
Right.
I went down, I asked for the bathroom. They said like, yeah, go there, and there's a guy who will show you. So you enter like this fortress-looking building. You enter it, and like there's this metal door, and like you open it. No lights, completely dark. You only see the light which shines on through like the metal struts of the like fenced door.
Right.
And you walk in, it's like everything is misty, mufty, like this all the time, like moist smell.
Right.
And I walk in there, like it goes in the darkness, and in the corner there is a guy just sitting there, just chilling there, like I think he did something. He carved something with wood or something, but in the darkness, like in this most mysterious, weird place. And I asked him like bathroom, toilet, toilet, and he like points to the door, and I open the door, and it was, I don't know how, like it's so crazy to describe it. Like, you know, like if you have like these tiny tiles, like 1 by 1 centimeters, and you have very much of them. It looks like it does like something to your eye, like the moire effect, like which you also can have in cameras. Like it looks like it's moving.
Right.
And this whole room was tiled with these tiles. Even the ceiling was tiled, the floor was tiled with these tiny tiles, mixed in a weird orange and a very old puke-like green.
Okay.
Like orange and green, and like it was like this, and it was like they had like it was like mosaic, like a swirl. So like the whole place, the whole room was like a optical illusion, and it was like a long hall, or like not long, but it was like a narrow hallway going in. There was the sink, toilet, and the shower on the back. And the whole floor was covered in plates and cutlery and dishes and like pots and pans.
In the toilet.
Yes, like you had like a narrow path.
Okay.
And I walked towards the toilet bowl. Toilet bowl had was no lid or anything. Had like a huge crack on the side, and it was like also in the same green, the toilet bowl. Had a huge like crack, and it was like a triangle was missing.
Right.
And it was filled up to the triangle, so with a brownish liquid where you could not see through. It was not
can
opaque
guess
at
what
all.
it is, probably. My guess would be shit.
I don't know. And if you put any drop more, it would go into the crack, like would go out of it. So okay, it was impossible to pee into that toilet.
Wow, impossible.
Then I already touched the knob when I came in, and I felt
You
so
touched your knob.
No, not my knob, the knob on the door.
You got a bit excited by it all. You sure this was not the Kit Kat?
I had to pee like crazy.
Okay.
I mean, I think maybe I was holding my knob to like piss my pants, but
Right.
and then I went. I thought like, okay, I can't piss here. Like my piss went back up, like
Right.
back somewhere else. So I thought, okay, at least I want some water, because it was so hot and humid in there that I was feeling already like I was feeling sweaty, too hot anyway, and I wanted to just have some water, like to wipe my hands, to have some cool. So I go to the sink also full of dishes.
Of dishes.
Yes, turn on the water, no water. Then I
Okay.
think, okay, maybe in the shower, because somewhere they have to have water here to wash the dishes.
Shower? There was a shower or something?
Yeah, shower in the very back, like the
Okay.
room was like 1 meter wide, like the toilet we have it 1 meter wide, few meters deep, and there was a shower in the back. And I go to the shower, and I think the faucet was clogged at some point. So somebody tried to unclog the faucet.
The tap.
You know, like the thing which goes where the water goes in the shower.
The plug
the like
plug hole.
no, where the water flows away.
Yeah.
And what he used was a pickaxe.
A pickaxe.
So there was the shower, and in the shower, like the shower was also these tiny tiles.
Right.
Was like huge hole like this.
Right.
It looked like somebody was digging for gold or something like that.
Right.
And then you saw like a pipe, like a wastewater pipe.
Mm.
And it was like the main wastewater pipe. It was like this thick, and it was like out of concrete, and it just chucked into the pipe. I think that's what they use as toilet now. And I go there. I think I tried to turn on the water. Of course, no water.
Right.
And in that moment, I just see like a piece of poop float float by in the water pipe. And I was like, okay, I just went back.
So you touched your knob again?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't want to touch anything.
What the fuck? And how? Where was this?
In Cameroon, in Yaoundé, in the
But
capital.
in what building?
I have some pictures of the
No,
building.
but I mean, what were you doing in that building?
We were shooting like a main interview between our two protagonists. So like Joan, the ethnologist, and Diaka, the activist, like they're coming the first time together and meeting in this room with all the masks and all the artifacts in the background, and they talk about their experiences of life. And that was like our first like big interview, which is like the narration of Joan, how he tells like what we saw on our trips, leads like a little bit through the movie, and Diaka comments on it and gives her opinions on these things we saw.
Did you have some crazy food experiences somewhere?
I'm still traumatized.
By?
I recently started to eat again Diaka's okra soup.
I love okra.
Not okra in general from Diaka, not okra soup. You love okra?
I love it.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. You do it?
I mean, in some ways I like it.
Okra? Okra, I like it. It's good.
Okay. How do you eat it?
I've never made it myself, but just as part of with some meat or
Like stir fried or
yeah, for example.
like fried, okay, because the way I ate okra there, it's just not. So like my first experience of okra was like it was all on the Cameroon trip. We came to this kingdom, Idol kingdom, like this little fortress with like walls and very nice architecture in the middle of the desert. Very nice people, very Islamic, but they offered us okra soup, and the okra soup was like, I mean, I would eat it with a spoon because I was like not really used to eating with my hand, and it was like they brought us.
How would you eat soup with your hands?
With like fufu and like that. I
Oh,
mean, you can. I think you can eat this kind of soup with your hands because it is not really soup how they served it. I mean, we were all sitting on the floor. They brought like a big pot, and I would go in with my spoon, and like take it, lift the spoon up, and then like there's like a string, and like like viscosity or like the texture, like yeah, but the surface texture is so high that everything which you have on your spoon like goes back into the pot. So you can only eat it with your hand, but I could not eat it with my hand, so I was like,
why couldn't you eat with your hand?
Because I was not used to it. I had dirty hands from the whole day shooting, and I don't know, I didn't want to ask for water, I don't know. So I was too embarrassed. Like, they gave me a spoon, so I used the spoon. So what I would do, like first I was crazy hungry. So I would go in and try as fast as possible to get it like to my mouth, and I go close, and then I realized it's cold. It was like cold slime. and it was like stick like everywhere, and there was like, but there were some meat pieces in it, which was kind of like okay to eat. So I was trying to get the meat pieces, but it was like so, it was not nice. Like it was like eating like troll snot or something like that. Like if you would go think about like Harry Potter and like the trolls, like the they have like the troll nose, the snot there, like or something in Harry Potter too. So
I
that's
haven't-
what I had in mind. Like Dex, yeah,
Yours?
cat, yeah,
Cool.
big fat cat. And so that was my first experience with the okra soup, and it was like I mean, the taste was okay, but it was the sliminess,
Yeah.
and it would stick in my beard and everything. It was like you had like the dripping here, and it was like sticking, and you had like still a string attached to the pot.
Nice.
So it was like it was not the nicest experience the first one, but it was okay. I could eat it, and I didn't really get sick of it. But then a couple days later, it was always like 2 weeks later when we were shooting with Diaka in that mafia house. They had this one evening where they said like, oh, we will make a big dinner for you for your honors. And for me, I was excited. So like we were excited, and they told where they put like a big plate, a big table in the like what's it called, like courtyard in the center of the compound. And the woman was the whole day was cooking, and she was cooking in the staircase, like where the stairs where the building goes, where you go up the building, on an open fire, and she smoked the whole building on top. The whole upper stories was like filled with smoke. You could not even stay there or anything. And I mean, the smell could have already like foreshadowed a bit, but I was still excited. And I mean, we like they prepared the food, and then like they came to like serving. And I think if I remember correctly, Diaka saw the table standing there, and she immediately said like, oh no, I don't want to eat, I have tomorrow the big shoot. Marcus, I can't eat right now, I want to stay, like I don't want to eat it. Yeah, but she still was hungry, but she denied the food, so she already saw and knew what was coming. And in that moment, Marcus turns to me and says like, Nick, we have to go through this now for the shoot, for the benefit of the project.
Why? What is the benefit?
I mean, because we wanted to have like the shooting location the next day. It was like the next day we would shoot in there, like the room with all the artifacts in it.
Yeah, but so you felt you had to eat it.
Yeah, we were like, and they were so proud of the food. They were so like they
shit. So
told us the whole day.
Super, yeah.
And then like they started with fufu, like they called it fufu, but it was not fufu how I would know it. It was like, you know, like if you would mix cornstarch with water in a giant amount, and you like cook it, like, or like you corn flour or something like that with water. So I mean, fufu is something like soft. I think they put it like, yeah, and they put it in like banana leaves, and they steamed it inside. So they unwrapped it, and Marcus was the first one. He's like, oh, I only take half of the, like, oh, I'm not so hungry, I only take half. The woman says, there is no half serving, and like, poof, puts it on the plate, and it sounds like a brick hitting the plate. And it's like a block of solid corn flour mixed with water, and it's like so hard you could not press your finger in. It was dry and crumbly. It was not like, it was like no, there's no connection to fufu for me at all.
Or to food.
Yeah, to food. Yeah, I mean, it was just. I mean, you ate it and it felt like it sucks the moisture out of your body to like make it somewhat digestible.
Mhm.
And I mean, so everyone got like this. It was really like a cinder block sized, like this, you know, like the
The
old
brick, yeah.
bricks, which you have like an altar, like but just a brick of it, like this thick, this. Everyone got it on his plate, like the boom. And then goes the next thing. It's fish. And like I said, oh, I like fish. Give me put some fish. And then they ask you like, yeah, oh, here the next thing is like is insects.
Maggots.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought insects is like crickets or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was curious. I thought like, oh, insects.
Oh, okay.
I would try
Give me
some
extra, yeah.
insects. Yeah, she gave me extra insects.
That was maggots.
Yeah, but I mean, I did not ever see a maggot like this in my life.
What, big or what?
No, it was like this long.
What the fuck? One
This
maggot?
long, like thick on the thickest part, as thick as my finger. To both,
This long?
yeah, like this.
What the
Getting
What
getting
maggot
slim,
is
getting
it?
slimmer to both sides. Like it would would end like, huh?
It's a delicacy.
Yes,
But
a
what
delicacy.
what animal maggot is it?
I know. There's a tiny mouth on
This
one end.
never
Yeah.
seen a maggot like this.
But it was like
What is
long,
this? 10
and
centimeters?
it had like tiny feet, or like tiny things coming out the side, and they look like tiny elephant feet, like tiny elephant stumps.
Like the sucker things.
Yeah, yeah, no, like more like really like the stump, like the elephant stands on,
Yeah.
like and
Jesus.
I mean, I will come to the taste in a second, and with it, as like the moisturizer of everything, they served okra soup.
Okay. We thought, okay,
Again,
nice,
cool.
familiar.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it, but okay, I mean, it looked the cinder block looked so dry, so I was like, I need some sauce with it.
Mhm.
So they put it, and we sit down to eat, and I'm like starting to eat. I think I tried the fish very first, and the fish taste-wise was okay. But
What sort of fish was it?
it's
Was it
like,
like a-
I think it was cod or something like that.
Was it like a stew or was it a...
It was in a stew, but it was like, you know, like dried fish, like, you know, like this, like what they do in Portugal, like bacalhau. They do like this very dried fish, and then they re-moisturize it. So it was like this, but it was not enough re-moisturized. So you take a piece. It was very tough, very like. Oh, maybe we can come good. Okay. No, it's getting too hot.
No, it's the stuff blowing in
All
my
the little
face.
things.
It's the ash.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that was it. They didn't
So
re-moisturize it.
I mean, it was not enough moist. It was very stern, very like rubbery. And if you would put it in your mouth and chew it, it felt like it's multiplying, because it would suck up your saliva and like become like a sponge, like rise in your mouth. First, it was fine. The taste was okay, and I mean, it was a little bit weird, the texture of it, but it was eatable. Then I went to the fufu. It was horrible. It was like crumbly block of nothing taste in my mouth. I mixed it with the okra soup. It was slimy. I didn't like it. And then I moved to the insects, to the maggot.
You
Weird.
thought best for last.
For me, still it looked like a little bit like a tardigrade with like a little giraffe's head. You know, like the tardigrade, the six-legged. I mean, it had 6 legs. And it looked like, and you know, like the tardigrade, like this tiny animal which can survive out in space. And it's like also these little stump feet, and 6 of them. It looked like a giant version of the tardigrade with like a tail and like a long neck thing on the one side.
Sounds like something like Jurassic Park or something.
Yeah, like I mean, I was out of an alien movie. It was like, and it was like in this brownish sauce. So I couldn't really see what kind of color it was. It was coated in the sauce, and
But how was it cooked?
it's
Was
like
it,
I think like
was it-
cooked in the sauce, like not really
was it
fried.
boiled or was it?
Yeah, I mean,
grilled
boiled in
or-
the sauce, I think.
Oh, fuck, that's the worst way.
And so I would take it, and it was like you bite on it. It's like you would bite on like an empty cable sleeve, like rubber,
Right.
empty rubber, and I would make like a squeaking noise, like you would chew like the spring onions sometimes, or like
Oh, yeah,
if you with the squeaking noise. And you chew it and like it burst somehow, but it was also like solid, like kind of like very thick was the texture inside. And a horrible taste, like a disgusting taste, and this squeaking was like just gave you like the goosebumps everywhere. And it was so horrible. And then I had to like get the taste out of my mouth somehow. And I thought like, okay, the fish was okay, the fish was okay. I take the fish, put a piece of it in my mouth, but it was too big of a piece, and my mouth starts filling up with this horrible taste mixed with the fish, and it starts like sucking out all my saliva, and I still have only the taste in my mouth. So it was like I was like already gagging from like this big clump of fish and the taste in my mouth. And it's like, okay, I need water. I grab my water glass, start chucking it, start like trying to flush the fish down because I also didn't want to spit it out on the plate. And I tried to swallow it like one of these like hot dog eating contests. Like try to like flush it down with the water. And like I drink like half of the water glass, like a big glass. And all of a sudden everything comes back up, and I just shoot it into the glass like back. I look around, nobody's put my glass like down behind my chair.
So now you don't have water anymore.
Yeah, and I just put down my plate. It's like, okay, that's it. And it was so horrible. I mean, that was.
So not only were you still hungry, now you had less in your stomach than before you.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, it was so traumatizing. That after we left the place, and Diaka, like we went to the next restaurant right next door. Like I thought, like she's not even hungry. She doesn't want to eat for the big soup. No, she goes to the next restaurant next door, orders like a big plate of food, and they're eating, and I'm like a sad piece, like sit there like like I barely like I tried like a couple of pieces, but I could not eat anything afterwards. So since then, like I'm like traumatized like from aqua, like
You experienced the same with the
German food.
no, was it as horrible for you?
I mean, she didn't eat it.
For me, as an African,
She found an excuse.
okra is one of my best soup, you know, and I saw the way how their own okra looks.
Because
Like, I'm not trying this.
I mean, she said they're making black magic to the food. They like the
But I
curse
like
that the food
okra,
is
so
cursed.
it's so weird to hear that okra is so traumatizing. Because if I can choose it, I choose it always in a restaurant.
Really?
I always put okra, even from something.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I recently started to eat okra again.
I wouldn't go for the huge maggots probably. But what animal would have come out of it?
I think it was a snake. Oh, bet it was a snake.
Because it's like
I
you
would
know
think
the
it's like
elephant beetle larvae. They're like this thick.
no, I think it was more like a leech or something like
A
that.
leech.
Yeah, leech with
Jesus
legs.
Christ.
Because it had like also this
I think
mouth, like
leeches
this
do have-
round
Oh,
mouth.
you had a
like,
leech.
It's just maybe I don't know.
Yeah, because they do have little.
Stumps, legs. Like,
Yeah, and they do have the round mouth
maybe I have to
to
Google
suck.
what a leech looks like.
Jesus. Let me show you what a leech looks like. African leech.
Cameroonian leech.
We should check for Cameroon maggots.
You got 2 minutes.
Right. How much better?
For you. But your iPhone is down.
Okay, that's all right.
This?
Yeah, just bigger and narrow at the head, like. Yeah, yeah, it comes close. It looks like the texture of the skin. Yeah, maybe my imagination added the legs. I was like, I don't know. Maybe there are some leeches with legs. I don't know.
That was the black magic.
I mean, after that evening, Diaka was sure that these people are cursed. They would curse us, and
Would be funny if they were just look. This is a maggot. It's just still
Yeah,
horrible, but they're like this.
yeah. But I mean, and if you boil a maggot, it like bursts. So I don't think it will stay intact. And I mean, it was not like a maggot outside. I mean, how you see
So
it
you,
with Bear
you
Grylls.
ate a leech.
Yes, I think
Fucking
so.
hell. That's disgusting. That's horrible. It's the worst thing to eat. A leech.
Boiled leech.
Boiled. I mean, you can make everything fine if you fry it or
fry.
grill it or whatever. But to boil, even nice things like beef or pork or chicken, you don't boil beef. I mean, if you have a nice stew, that's okay. And even a leech could be nicely seasoned, I guess. But just, can you imagine just having a leech, putting it in a pot of water and just boiling it and then just...
Let it simmer in the sauce.
And the sauce, what was the sauce? Was it...
It's hard to say what the sauce was.
What
It
was
was
the
like a
taste?
brown sauce. I mean, I think that sauce also tasted horrible. Sauce that also tasted like death or so. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that was the only really horrible food experience we had. Like always, like every other food was good. I mean, I had food in Nigeria which was so spicy, and like I ate with hands there, that it would burn on my fingernails. That's how spicy it was.
What, peppers or what was it?
No, it was like a stew, like with fufu, and the sauce was so spicy it would like burn under your fingernails for like the next few hours.
Okay, now wrapping up. Oh, that was a crazy story. So, I don't know. So what do you...
Enough of leeches.
Okay. So where do I... Okay. Where do I start? What?
I mean, we can just keep
Okay. So you've...
talking about the mafia in Cameroon. And find an end of enough mafia next time. I mean, I still haven't told the end story. I mean, the end story is really
Go on.
craziest shit that could ever happen.
Go on.
Do you have time?
Go on, yeah.
Okay, so we were shooting in Cameroon, and we were traveling. Diaka was already with us, and we were like freshly in love for a few days. And we were sleeping in the middle of the jungle, like with the Baka tribe, which is like the Baka pygmies. They like very small grown people.
Tiny, yeah.
Yeah, not like Oompa Loompas, like this big, like in the chocolate factory, but a little bit bigger, like 160, the tallest.
Okay.
But I mean, they look
In
much.
proportion.
Yeah, they're proportioned like bigger people,
So
but
if
they're
you
small.
stand them in the desert, you wouldn't notice.
Yeah. Yes, you would think there's a big guy. So they're really muscular. They really are trained. I mean, they climb trees to get honey, everything. They hunt in the forest. I mean, there's hunters and gatherers. They really live like old lifestyle. They don't have like farms. They don't plant crops. They just have like the original lifestyle. and we were camping with them in the forest. And because I only like at this trip, I decided to only take a hammock because I thought like I knew that we would sleep in the jungle, and like I didn't want to have like animals coming into my tent. Leeches coming into my tent. And so I had the hammock, but the hammock wouldn't fit Diaka and me, so I had to go to a tent with her. And we got like this like very shitty tent. I mean, I would never sleep in a tent like this again, you know, like you know these tents, you have a good tent, opens from the bottom up, and you have like this thing where you can roll it up, you have a nice lookout, and like you have the zipper like this. This tent which we had was like this, so like the flap would fall into the tent onto you.
Right. Like one of these cheap festival tents.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of foreshadowing on what will happen. So we were in the tent. I mean, the day before we were still in Yaoundé, and Diaka wanted in Yaoundé, the capital of Cameroon. And Diaka wanted to go to this French pastry bakery, and she bought like a bunch of pastry and everything. And we put it on top of my camera backpack, and we were snacking on it. It was great. And we then like came time to go to bed. And we were already in the tent, and I had to go out to pee. So I went out. I walked a little bit into the forest. I was walking barefoot because I mean, I was walking all the time there barefoot. I was stubbing all the time my toes on like little twigs, but I mean for some reason it was just felt more natural to be barefoot there, because I mean your feet were always anyway dirty because you had to get out of the tent, and I only had like closed shoes, and I had blisters like crazy on my feet already then. So I was walking barefoot, and I walked like into the forest. I started peeing, and I had my head torch on, and I stood there, and all of a sudden, like I feel like something like on my feet. And I looked down, and it's like thousands of black little ants like around my feet, and I thought like shit, stepped like in an anthill. And like I shook them off. I walked a little bit, finished my piss, and I went back to the tent. I mean, Diaka heard me like shaking off the ants and everything.
In the tent?
No, like on the way to the tent. Like I was like, oh fuck! Like I mean, they were like biting me, and she was like really afraid of the ants, that they were like there would be ants in there and they would bite her. So I was like, I calmed her down, like no, it's sure there are no ants here, and I lied back down. And we had turned off the lights. Like I started like dozing off, but I still was feeling there's like something, an ant running on me. But I thought like, oh, it's imagination or something. It was still like one ant or so. Like I shook them off, and like, but it didn't stop. Like it was like always like there's an ant there. Like I was like shaking it off, and at some point I got one ant to grab, and I realized okay, it's a real ant. Then I grabbed another one, a real ant, like I squished them and threw them away. And then I thought, like after the fourth ant, I thought like it's not normal. Turned on I took the light, turned it on, looked around, because Diaka was already a bit unsecure before about the ants. I told her like, yeah, it's all right, there's no ant coming in here. Like we're like now safe, I closed the thing properly. And I look around with the light, like secretly, with like the lowest setting. And I shine the light, and I shine the light in the corner. And the corner of the tent is black. Pile of ants, like a fistful of ants, like coming in there, like piling up, like already, like so many ants. And I turn off the light again, because the ants were like reacting to the light. And I totally woke up Diaka and said like, okay, Diaka, grab some kind of clothes. We have to move, we have to get out here. the ants are inside. Like I said, like stay calm. It's only a few ants. It's not a fistful of ants in the corner.
Why would you say that?
And we were in front of the flap, and I opened the zipper, and you heard like ants like around you, and that's why she was like nervous, and I told her like everything is fine.
Right.
And I unzip the flap, and the flap falls towards us, and it's way heavier than normal. And like whoosh, and black ants everywhere on the flap, and the whole tent was covered in black ants.
Jesus.
I shined the light out. An area of like 5 meters around us, the ground was black. My shoes covered in ants. Everything was this thick, covered in ants. Or like, I mean, I will tell you later what it really was, but it was like crazy. Like you could not see the ground. You could not see any leaf on the ground or anything. Just everything was shiny, black, reflecting from the ants. The light was reflecting. Diaka, like crazy panic. We run into the camp, like into the forest, and then we when like step on the ants, everything. We like shake the ants off, and then we stand in the middle of the rainforest. No tent, no lights. Everyone else
No
was
light.
sleeping. Yeah, but only my little torch, and like I was like only in my underwear, only in my boxers. No shoes because my shoes were covered in ants. Like nothing. And then I remembered, okay, we had a spare tent in one of the bags, but the spare tent is next to our tent, like the bag with the spare tent.
Right.
So okay, I had to go back into the ant sea.
Right.
And like you step everywhere, and everywhere you see like you like step, and it was like venom, like in Spider-Man, the black goo. You put your foot down, and like the ants would come rushing onto your leg.
Right.
So I was like moving as fast as I could, my feet, like it was like stamping like thousands of ants. And like I really like the whole area, because next to us, like there was the tent, the bag with the spare tent, my camera bag, and then there was the kitchen area where we had our food stuff. And I come, and like really everything of this area around our tent black, covered in ants. I look around, see the bag, rip the bag open, like I had to like really brush away the ants to get to the zipper of the bag, open it, get the tent out, run out. Then okay, we had the tent, we built up the tent. We had no bed, there's just no sleeping bags, nothing. So I go to our old tent, run in, grab the mattresses, the sleeping bags, and every time I came back, I had like thousands of ants sticking to me, and like I run back out, and they were back already up to my hair. Like that's how fast they were, like on my body, and they would not pee like other ants. They would bite, and they would stick on you like little piercings.
Normal ants pee?
Yeah, like ants peeing, and it's like itching.
Oh.
Like local ants here, I think.
But these
These were
bit
like,
you.
they had like, they take like a little claw, they bite, and they would stick on you. And then you would brush them off, and you had like a little bleeding spot there. And I mean, my whole back was covered with it. My legs, like everywhere were like those little bite marks on me. And I had to go back in, and then I saw my camera bag, the top where the pastry was like a whole like blob of ants, like
culprit,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
get into my camera bag, like the big backpack, trying to chew through the material. Like shit, I have to save my camera bag now. So like I knew I had to get rid of the pastry, so I go grab into it, and it was like 5 centimeters of ants on top of the buckle of the thing. I unbuckle it, and I see like in the head torch, see like the ants running up my arms, like really like venom rushing up the arm, and like open it, take the pastry, and throw it like somewhere in the forest. And the next day I didn't find anything of the pastry anymore. The whole bag, the paper of the bag, everything was gone. It was like big pile of like sweet pastry stuff. And I take my backpack, run over and run back, and It was absolutely crazy. And next morning I wake up. I was like, okay, like they destroyed our whole kitchen. Now I want to see like what's going on. And I thought like the ants would be still there or something. Nothing. All the ants were gone. You only saw like this little path of cleared leaves, like this wide, going away into the forest, moving like a little highway. There's so many ants who walk there. I mean, back like I told it to our fixer, and he then said, no, they're not ants, they're termites. So it was like a giant termite attack, billions of termites, and they made a path, like really like it was a cleared out path because so many ants walked there. And I went through our kitchen. We had like pasta and like plastic wrappers, like spaghetti. They chewed through the plastic wrapper and like just ate like half of 500 grams of pasta was gone. Like just eaten like this, like just chewed up. And then the craziest thing of all, we had a can of tuna, and the can of the aluminium of the tuna can was chewed up, and they were trying to get to the tuna. You saw like the little bite marks. It was like a little hole in the tuna can.
Are termites so strong they can bite through a
If you
can
have
of
billions
tuna?
of them, they can get through anything.
What the fuck?
It was like crazy. And then the guy told me, yeah, why didn't you turn on the light in the tent? They would have left you because they fear light. That's
Really?
why they were reacting when I shined the light on them. And I thought, like bugs, they come to the light, they would
I
we
would have
would
thought the
attract
same,
them.
definitely.
Yeah, but termites go away from sunlight. When sun comes out, or like any bright light, they will move back to their like
House.
house. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck?
So
That's
it was
crazy.
like, I mean, and then then trying to sleep again, where you had like hundreds of termite bites all over your body, and I was like lying in the tent. We only had one blanket, and I'm like freezing, and I still felt like I closed my eyes, and I saw like the black was like the ants, like oozing.
Yeah.
Like I closed my eyes, and I saw ants in my face.
Another
So it
trauma.
was- Yes, I mean, Diaka got the bigger trauma of it. I still
You need to wrap
think it's cool, but yeah. So that was the ant story, but
your
I mean, there's so many more, but I think you're pretty tired, so
And I
it
think
was the good bedtime story.
it was good.
I hope you see ants when you sleep,
Termites.
termites in your sleep.
Okay, wait, I'll do the wrapping up. If the fucking... I don't want all my clothes to smell like... Okay. Okay, so
Yeah,
crazy stories, many stories.
with some of the crazier, but we have less crazy and similar crazy ones.
Would you say...
I mean, there's a lot of almost in there. Like, I mean, I would say I almost bit the guy's arm, chew the, bite a piece of the guy's arm out with the arm story. I almost got kidnapped on another occasion, which I didn't tell. And I mean, in the end, I almost made a whole movie, which is, because I say almost because the movie is still not published. I hope now in 2 months it will be published in the cinema for the first time.
Oh yeah, so tell us, what's in store for you? What...
I mean, releasing the movie in the cinema finally,
Nice.
and then maybe finding a place.
What's the film?
To upload. It's the Last Places.
The Last Places.
Path to the Woods. Like we go to like the last people or the last places where people live in harmony with nature. That was the idea, and we follow this, and we look like how are they affected by modernization, gentrification, or like globalization in general.
This will be shown here in the cinema.
Yeah, here in my hometown for now, and then we hope on
In
more
Überlingen
cinemas.
City.
Yeah, Überlingen City, Cinegret, and then we I hope that someday it will be on the streaming servers and
Nice.
people all around the world can see it.
I hope so.
Can see the beauty of Africa, of life, how it's going on there.
Can't wait.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, so I hope we can do it again sometime.
Definitely.
Tell the rest of the stories.
And next time, maybe we meet in Cameroon.
Would be great.
Have some nice okra soup with
It's not
fufu.
so great.
Okay.
Right. Cool.
Good. Yeah.
This.
Okay.
Get up and leave the frame. 5%.